Think all seafood is healthy? Think again. Some of the fish on your plate might be quietly wrecking your joints, spiking your cholesterol and draining your energy, and you'd never know it. The truth about seafood rarely makes headlines, and there's a reason for that. Seafood is a billion-dollar global industry, and 4 of its most dangerous products are also some of its biggest moneymakers. They dominate restaurant menus, fill supermarket freezers, and end up on millions of plates every single day. Here's the scary part. Over 99% of seniors have no idea these foods could be harming them. Meanwhile, the one seafood proven to help reverse joint pain and rebuild collagen is kept in the shadows because it's not profitable. Most seniors believe seafood is the healthiest thing they can eat. But behind the marketing, the truth is much darker. In this video, you'll discover the 4 worst seafoods you should never touch after 60. The 4 best seafoods you should eat every day for better health. We've ranked them from least dangerous to most toxic, based entirely on peer-reviewed research, and we've linked every single study in the description below. Before we start, tell us where you're watching from. We reply to every single comment. Now, let's dive in with the first seafood you must cut out immediately, especially if you've been dealing with joint pain, high cholesterol, or unexplained fatigue. Number 4. Squid. At first glance, squid looks harmless, even gourmet, and on paper it seems like a smart choice. Low in fat, high in protein. But for seniors, it can be a metabolic trap hiding behind a healthy image. Here's why. Just 3 ounces of cooked squid contain about 198 milligrams of cholesterol, more than 65% of your recommended daily limit in a single small serving. And once you're over 60, your liver isn't as efficient at regulating cholesterol as it used to be. That means dietary cholesterol hits your bloodstream harder, raising your levels faster. A 2021 study in the journal Nutrients found that older adults with high cholesterol intake had a 43% higher likelihood of arterial stiffness and a 31% greater risk of heart events, both early red flags for heart attacks and strokes. It doesn't stop there. Squid is also high in purines, which your body breaks down into uric acid. Seniors already process uric acid less efficiently, so it can build up, crystallize in the joints, and trigger gout, a painful inflammatory condition. In fact, research in the Journal of Gerontology showed that seniors eating high-purine seafood more than twice a week had a 54% increased risk of chronic joint inflammation over 2 years. So, if you've been swapping in squid as a healthy seafood, it's time to reconsider. For seniors with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, arthritis, or joint pain, squid is one of the most deceptive and damaging options on the menu. It may look clean and simple, but inside your body, it's quietly fueling inflammation, stiffening arteries, and setting off problems you won't notice until it's too late. Coming up, the number 1 seafood you should be eating, one that can actually help reverse some of these very symptoms. But first, let's look at the next worst offender, a buffet and sushi bar favorite that can silently sabotage your immune system. Number 3. Imitation crab, surimi. It may look like crab, be shaped like crab, and even smell a bit like crab. But imitation crab is about as authentic as spray-on hair. And for seniors, it's one of the worst seafood imposters you can put on your plate. The problem starts with its core ingredient, surimi, a white paste made from pulverized fish scraps, often pollock, blended with starch, sugar, salt, and artificial flavorings. By the time it's molded into those familiar crab sticks, it's less seafood and more lab-built food product. One of the biggest dangers for seniors, blood sugar spikes. A 2020 study in clinical nutrition found that imitation crab triggers a glycemic response similar to white bread. The refined starches like tapioca and wheat break down into glucose almost instantly. For older adults with prediabetes, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes, that means sudden sugar surges followed by crashes. In fact, the study found that seniors eating surimi products 3 times a week had 2.6 times higher insulin levels than those who avoided them. Then there's the sodium overload. A single serving of imitation crab can pack over 700 milligrams of sodium, and that's before adding soy sauce or salad dressings. High sodium intake is especially risky after 60, when arteries are less flexible and kidneys filter less efficiently. Combined with additives like monosodium glutamate, MSG, it can trigger headaches, water retention, and dizziness. Bottom line, imitation crab is high in sugar, salt, and chemicals, but low in the real nutrients found in genuine shellfish. Worst of all, it tricks people into thinking they're eating something healthy. In just a moment, we'll reveal one natural shellfish so rich in trace minerals, it's being studied for its potential to speed up knee injury recovery. But first, let's expose another seafood that might be lurking in your freezer right now. And it's even worse than this one. Number 2, scallops. Scallops might look like the sweet angels of the seafood world. Small, tender, clean, and often served with an elegant sear in upscale restaurants. But for seniors, especially those over 60, they can quietly cause more harm than most people realize. The hidden danger lies in something you won't taste: cadmium, a toxic heavy metal that naturally builds up in shellfish tissue, particularly in filter feeders like scallops. Unlike pollutants that wash away, cadmium is stored within the scallop itself, and when you eat it, your body absorbs it. Your kidneys take the hardest hit. A 2022 study in toxicology reports found that even a modest portion of scallops could deliver up to 1.8 micrograms of cadmium per gram of meat. The World Health Organization's safe limit is just 7 micrograms per kilogram of body weight per week. For a 70-kilogram senior, just a few scallops could push you close to that danger zone. Once cadmium enters your system, it doesn't leave easily. It accumulates in your kidneys, gradually weakening filtration. And since kidney function already declines with age, flushing out toxins becomes harder. Over time, this can lead to protein leakage in the urine, higher blood pressure, fatigue, and reduced stamina. But kidney strain isn't the only issue. Scallops are surprisingly low in omega-3 fatty acids, the very nutrients that protect brain function, keep joints flexible, and fight inflammation. In fact, 100 g of scallops contain less than 30 milligrams of EPA and DHA combined, compared to oysters, which have over 500 milligrams per serving. That means you might be eating seafood without getting the heart and brain protection you expect. Number 1, shrimp. Shrimp might just be the most dangerous seafood for seniors, not because of bad cooking or pollution, but because of what it naturally contains and how it interacts with the aging body. First, the cholesterol problem. Just 3 ounces, barely a handful, delivers about 180 milligrams of cholesterol. After 60, that's a big deal. Aging arteries lose flexibility, the liver processes fats more slowly, and the risk of heart disease rises sharply. A 2021 study in Circulation tracked over 8,700 adults aged 60+ and found those eating more than 300 milligrams of dietary cholesterol per day had a 35% higher stroke risk and 24% higher coronary heart disease risk compared to those under 150 milligrams. But cholesterol is just the beginning. Shrimp contains a muscle protein called tropomyosin, which is notoriously hard for older digestive systems to break down. That's why shrimp is one of the top food allergens worldwide. Even people who've eaten it safely their whole lives can suddenly develop an allergy after 60. Research in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology found that 14% of new shellfish allergies in seniors appeared after age 65, often with no warning. Reactions can range from mild rashes to life-threatening anaphylaxis, and even subtle gut inflammation can worsen IBS, constipation, or leaky gut. Then there's chitin, the fibrous material in shrimp shells. Even after cleaning, small fragments remain in the meat. While harmless for most people, seniors with slower digestion may experience bloating, gas, and intestinal inflammation from it. The majority of shrimp on supermarket shelves today are farm-raised, especially frozen bulk packs. Many are treated with banned antibiotics like oxytetracycline and enrofloxacin. A 2022 study in Food Control found antibiotic residues in 42% of imported frozen shrimp from Southeast Asia. Over time, these residues can contribute to antibiotic resistance, gut microbiome imbalance, and metabolic disruption in older adults. Number 4, sea cucumber. It might look unusual, but the sea cucumber is a nutritional powerhouse for seniors who want stronger joints, healthier skin, and less daily pain. This unique marine animal is packed with collagen-like proteins and anti-inflammatory nutrients that become especially valuable after 60. A study in the International Journal of Molecular Sciences found that daily sea cucumber extract reduced joint pain by 35%, and improved flexibility in just 12 weeks. Its secret lies in compounds called triterpene glycosides, which help combat chronic inflammation and protect cartilage, working like a gentle anti-inflammatory without the stomach damage common with pain medications. Sea cucumber is also naturally rich in chondroitin sulfate, a key ingredient in many joint supplements, but here it comes in a natural, highly absorbable form. Traditionally, it's rehydrated and slow-simmered with broth or herbs. When prepared gently, it keeps its soft, gelatinous texture, a sign of its collagen-rich content. For seniors looking to ease joint discomfort, boost skin elasticity, and protect cartilage health, adding sea cucumber to soups or stews once or twice a week can be a game-changer. It may not be the prettiest seafood on the plate, but its benefits are worth every bite. Number 3. Green-lipped mussels. Native to the pristine waters of New Zealand, green-lipped mussels are one of the most overlooked superfoods for seniors, and one of the most powerful. They contain a rare omega-3 fatty acid called ETA, which goes beyond the typical EPA and DHA found in fish oils. ETA blocks an enzyme called 5-lipoxygenase, a major trigger of joint inflammation, that makes green-lipped mussels uniquely effective at easing pain, stiffness, and swelling, especially in aging knees and hips. In fact, a 2020 study in Nutrients found that seniors taking green-lipped mussel extract daily for 12 weeks saw a 42% drop in joint discomfort and a 35% boost in physical function. But their benefits don't stop at joint health. They're also loaded with zinc, selenium, iron, and iodine nutrients that become harder to absorb with age and are vital for thyroid function, energy production, and immune support. For the best results, steam green-lipped mussels gently with garlic, parsley, and a squeeze of lemon. Avoid frying or overcooking. Gentle steaming preserves their delicate anti-inflammatory compounds. The flavor is slightly sweet, with a hint of the sea, and the nutritional punch goes far beyond what you'd get from supplements alone. Number 2. Oysters. For anyone over 60, especially if you're battling low energy, thinning hair, brittle nails, or slow recovery, oysters are more than a delicacy. They're nature's multivitamin in a shell. Their biggest strength is bioavailable zinc. Just 2 medium oysters deliver over 100% of your daily zinc needs, and that matters more than most people realize. Zinc fuels immune strength, speeds wound healing, supports testosterone, and sharpens brain function. But as we age, zinc absorption drops, making deficiency common and dangerous. In fact, a study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 40% of adults over 60 are zinc deficient without knowing it, leading to more infections, slower skin repair, and even loss of taste and smell. Oysters also pack vitamin B12, critical for nerve health and energy metabolism, 2 things that decline sharply with age. A 2021 study in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging found that older adults with low B12 were 73% more likely to experience cognitive decline. Just 3 ounces of oysters give you more B12 than a full steak. Then there's selenium, a mineral that protects your thyroid and boosts immune defense, and copper, which most people overlook. Copper is essential for collagen formation, red blood cell production, and bone strength. A European study found that seniors with higher copper intake had 18% fewer fractures over 5 years. Oysters aren't just food. They're a compact, highly absorbable nutrient package that can strengthen your immune system, protect your brain, and support your bones in one serving. And yet, there's still one seafood that beats them all. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, and modern science now confirms it can strengthen bones and joints, restore gut lining, boost collagen, and relieve swelling, often within weeks. Best of all, it's not a fish, and most seniors have never even tried it. Number 1. Sea moss, Irish moss. The most powerful seafood for anyone over 60 isn't fish, shrimp, or even shellfish. It's sea moss, also called Irish moss. This humble marine plant is a nutrient powerhouse that modern science is finally catching up to, and for seniors, it may be one of the most complete natural remedies for restoring strength, flexibility, and energy. Sea moss contains over 90 trace minerals, nearly every mineral your body needs, from magnesium and potassium to sulfur, selenium, and iron. all in a natural, highly absorbable form. But here's what makes it truly unique. Sea moss is one of the richest sources of plant-based collagen precursors. While it doesn't contain collagen itself, it's loaded with the building blocks your body needs to make it: vitamin C, sulfur, and the amino acid proline. Collagen is what keeps your joints moving smoothly, your skin firm, and your gut lining strong. After 60, collagen production plummets, leading to stiffer knees, sagging skin, slower healing, and digestive issues. A 2022 study in Marine Drugs found that seniors who consumed sea moss daily saw a 37% improvement in joint mobility and a 29% reduction in skin dryness in just 8 weeks, all without a single synthetic supplement. It's also a gut healer. Sea moss contains mucilage, a soothing, gel-like fiber that coats the intestines, reduces inflammation, seals tiny leaks in the gut lining, and feeds healthy bacteria. That means better nutrient absorption, stronger immunity, and clearer mental focus. In a 2021 clinical trial, seniors who took sea moss daily cut symptoms of bloating and irregularity by over 50% in 1 month. It's safe, plant-based, and easy to digest, perfect for seniors with sensitive systems. If there's one marine food to keep in your kitchen, make it sea moss. Now you know, some seafoods like squid, imitation crab, scallops, and shrimp may quietly harm your joints, heart, and kidneys. But others, sea cucumber, green-lipped mussels, oysters, and sea moss, give your body the raw materials to rebuild and repair. Eat them regularly and you'll strengthen the very systems aging tries to wear down: your bones, your gut, your skin, your immune defenses, and your energy. Which seafood surprised you most today? And have you ever tried sea moss yourself? Share your experience in the comments. We reply to everyone. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe for more real, science-backed health tips every week.